Have you ever stopped to ask yourself, what really makes us happy? Is happiness a final destination or a journey in constant evolution? Subscribe to our channel right now and follow closely this journey of overcoming and success towards to discover how to find happiness. To follow this inspiring story and receive even more motivation to achieve your goals. Let's explore this intriguing mystery of the human condition together. In a moment of introspection, a woman took a blank piece of paper and drew a line in the center. On the left side, she wrote the word happy. She closed her eyes and delved into memories, searching for those moments that made her feel truly alive, confident, full of life. Her mind traveled back to her teenage years, to her senior year of high school. Each day was a page full of activities and emotions. Getting up early, the excitement of going out with friends, the passion for lacrosse, the exercise routine, the lively gatherings with friends, a healthy romantic relationship, the comforting family dinners. Carefully, she described every detail of her life at that time. Every moment seemed to glow with a unique energy, a sense of fulfillment and joy. Then, with a sigh, she drew a parallel with her current life. The contrast was evident. The disorderly sleep, excessive alcohol consumption, the feeling of disconnection with dispersed friends, canceled plans, lack of physical exercise. By comparing the two versions of herself, she realized the importance of small things in the search for happiness. It wasn't the big events or achievements that defined her life, but the simple, everyday moments. She understood that true happiness does not reside in great achievements, but in the small joys of everyday life. It was in small attitudes, in moments of connection, in gratitude for the gift that she would find true contentment. Thus, she committed to valuing the little things, cultivating gratitude and seeking joy in each day. Because, in the end, it was the sum of these small moments that gave meaning to her life, that filled her with happiness and satisfaction. Each day is made up of a series of small rituals that shape our existence. From the moment we open our eyes to the moment we retire to sleep. It's the way we greet the new day, the way we move, the way we connect with our loved ones, the way we speak to ourselves internally, the way we face ourselves in the mirror. It's the tone with which we start work, the way we interact with our pets or roommates, even the tone of voice with which we end the day. Reflecting on these simple details can reveal a lot about ourselves and what truly brings us happiness. Taking a moment to recognize the little things that make us happy can be transformative. If we dedicate just a few minutes a day to cultivating these moments of joy, we might be surprised by the change it can bring to our lives. I believe that dreams are more than goals to be achieved. They are like compasses, pointing to different chapters of our lives. From the moment we are born, these dreams are intrinsically linked to us, fueling our curiosity, shaping our journey. So when I decided to launch the Mel Robbins podcast, it wasn't just to reach the top of the rankings. Of course, I have ambitious goals. I want to be recognized as the best, but the real motivation behind this was the search for a deeper connection. I knew that by dedicating myself to this project, I would find a new way of expression, of connecting with people in an authentic way. It was an opportunity to become creatively alive, to share stories and insights that could resonate with listeners on a deeper level. It was a journey in search of meaning, impact, human connection, and that, to me, is the essence of dreams. Not just achieving goals, but finding a greater purpose that inspires us every step of the way. I knew I wanted to create a deeper conversation, an exchange of ideas that was truly meaningful. Furthermore, I wanted to expand my own knowledge. After all, when you're constantly involved in producing content, giving public presentations, or writing books, it can feel like a one-way conversation. Part of my journey to combat loneliness was to stop clinging to this solitary dynamic. I wanted to feel more connected by serving others, by making a deeper impact. That's why I embarked on this project. I asked myself why I always stuck to what made me unhappy. I called it the misery campaign. Instead of focusing on the circumstances that brought me happiness, I clung to what they brought me there was pain. I realized that throughout my life I had kept busy as a means of overcoming a deep sense of unhappiness. However, when the pandemic hit, I was forced to slow down. I had to face the reality that I could not escape. I could no longer run to the mall, catch a plane, or resort to coping mechanisms to distract my mind from the true source of my dissatisfaction. It was a moment of confrontation with myself. I realized that if I wanted to find genuine happiness, I needed to change my approach. I could no longer numb myself with substances or distractions. It was time to face my emotions head-on, to accept that true happiness comes from within. It was an arduous but necessary learning process to finally seek true happiness where it has always been, within myself. I managed to deal with it, and so for the last 2 years I have stayed focused on my main goal, learning to find happiness and contentment wherever I am. This morning perfectly exemplifies this journey of transformation, where I faced the deep sadness that is an intrinsic part of the human experience. Deeply missing someone is not just about the pain of absence, but also about the love that remains. Realizing that I was wallowing in negative thoughts led me to understand that being happy and satisfied doesn't mean fixing everything around me. It's about accepting things as they are, allowing emotions to flow, and realizing that there is always a different way to look at situations. Now, when I find myself wallowing in negativity, I pause. I take a deep breath and ask myself why I am letting myself be carried away by such harmful thoughts. Reframing these moments with a more positive perspective has been fundamental to my journey. Although I'm naturally optimistic, I've noticed that my mind often races ahead, leaving me dissatisfied with the present. So I've been working diligently to ground myself in the present moment, to slow down and be fully present in my body and mind. This means stepping down from the whirlwind of thoughts and emotions to find calm and safety within myself. Plus, I'm committed to working my happiness like it's a muscle. For example, I recently had a funny experience trying to do my hair. While watching tutorials on YouTube, I ended up burning my ear with the curling iron. However, instead of despairing, I found wisdom in the situation. After all, this is how we learn. This is how we grow. And so, I continue to dance with happiness and contentment, learning to move the curling iron away from my ear when I feel the heat of discontent, returning to a safe and peaceful place within myself. Happiness is one of the central themes of psychology, as it involves understanding how people experience and pursue emotional and mental well-being. Psychology studies the different aspects that contribute to happiness, including biological, psychological, social, and environmental factors. For example, positive psychology focuses specifically on identifying the factors that promote happiness and human flourishing. Additionally, therapists and psychologists often work with individuals to understand and overcome obstacles to happiness, such as mood disorders, anxiety, or trauma. In short, psychology plays a fundamental role in understanding and promoting human happiness.